Formagi YouTube video k lia oper jo tum ny story lik kdhs k oper tai men strong hook lik k do. Hook jandar. Suspenseful our curiosity si barpor hona chaye k mary vauer engage ho jn our video ko ntk dek and the heavy over the small tea stall. A faint sweetness drifted from the simmering kettle. The scent wrapped around the street like an invisible ribbon. Lan, the quiet young vendor, stirred the golden liquid with slow and steady motions. The soft glow of lanterns reflected on the surface of the tea. The gentle crackle of boiling sugar whispered beside him. Every sound felt strangely louder than usual. Every movement around him seemed slower. A customer approached with careful steps. Her shadow stretched across the wooden counter. Lan felt a sudden chill in the air despite the heat around him. He raised his eyes to greet her. The woman's face was hidden beneath a broad straw hat. Only her lips were visible. They curved into a faint smile that did not feel warm. Lan felt a faint sting at the back of his neck. The kettle beside him began to rattle. The sweetness in the air thickened. It felt almost sticky. Lan swallowed hard as the woman placed a small glass jar on the counter. Inside the jar sat a dark swirling liquid. It pulsed as if something inside it was breathing. The woman slid it toward him with slow deliberate fingers. Lan felt his heartbeat strike sharply against his ribs. Her voice rose in a soft whisper. A whisper that seemed to brush against his ear even though she stood several steps away. She asked him to add the dark liquid into the sweet tea. Lan froze as a strange metallic scent replaced the warm sugar in the air. The lanterns flickered. The walls of the small stall seemed to press inward. Lan felt the wooden floor shift beneath his feet. And as he reached toward the jar, his fingertips trembled. The surface of the dark liquid rippled. Something inside it shifted. Lan's fingertips hovered above the dark liquid. He felt an almost electric vibration under his skin. The air inside the stall had grown heavier. Every breath felt sticky, as if it were pulled into his lungs. The woman tilted her head slightly. Her hat shadowed her face even more. Lan could not see her eyes, yet he felt them pierce through him. Every instinct screamed to step back. But curiosity and a strange obligation held him frozen. He finally let his fingers brush the surface of the liquid. The moment his skin touched it, a sudden sharp shiver ran up his arm. It felt cold and hot at the same time, like fire crawling beneath ice. The tea around him seemed to tremble. The kettle rattled violently as if it wanted to warn him. Lan could hear a faint humming, a low and almost animal sound. It grew louder, vibrating against his chest. His heartbeat echoed with it. He realized the stall itself was no longer safe. The woman leaned closer. The faint sweetness of her presence clashed with the metallic scent of the liquid. She whispered again, almost teasingly. "You will see what lies beneath the surface." Lan's hand hesitated over the jar. Every nerve screamed at him to drop it. But as if by a strange magnet, it moved toward the tea. The moment the dark liquid touched the golden tea, a hiss erupted, steam shot upward, and the smell changed completely. It was no longer sweet. It was acrid, sour, almost alive. Lan gagged slightly but could not look away. The liquid in the glass jar seemed to grow. It swelled and pulsed as though it had a heartbeat of its own. The woman's lips curved into a wider smile. Lan noticed now her fingers were unnaturally pale, almost translucent, like porcelain, and when she touched the jar, the dark liquid seemed to obey her. Forming shapes, twisting and turning within the tea. Lan's mind raced. Images flashed in his head, faces screaming silently, shadows twisting in impossible ways. The floor beneath him shifted slightly. The tea stall's wooden planks groaned. The lantern light flickered violently, casting shadows that moved on their own. He tried to speak, but no words came out. His tongue felt thick, his throat constricted. The woman's voice echoed inside his skull. "Do you see it now?" Lan looked again at the tea. The liquid had formed into something recognizably human. A tiny figure, writhing, struggling. Its face twisted in pain, pleading silently. Lan could not look away. He realized with horror the tea was showing him something. Something real. The metallic scent in the air intensified. Lan's stomach turned. His skin crawled. The figure in the tea reached upward. Lan felt it in his chest, in his bones. A cold pressure pressing against his ribs, as if the tiny figure inside the tea wanted to escape. And somewhere deep in the stall,